as they get ready. And of course, you mentioned they finished in 4th place last season in the College World Series and coming off of back-to-back national championships and a 50-win season. I know Coach Pearson would love a 50-win season. She's only 50 wins away from 500. Started this program here at GCU, still here at GCU. Coach Pearson, a fantastic woman, a very, very nice lady. I can't say anything else more about her. I mean, Coach Pearson is incredible, and I hope she is able to get 500 this season.
That would be terrific for her. She's a new Hall of Famer to the Arizona Softball Hall of Fame as of August.
Clifton shows bunt, takes strike 1.
And Coach Pearson in her 16th year has just done a great job building this program from the ground up and has really put them in a position to be successful.
The 0-1 on the way. A little outside for ball 1. So an early 1-1 count to Clifton. Allo waiting on deck. 1-1 on the way. That one smacked foul. Count will go to 1-2.
Fans, if you are fortunate enough to catch a foul ball, please return it to the right field, the third base dugout.
The 1-2 on the way. In there, strikeout number 1 for Yesenia Morrison, and this is how we get things going.
And that's a great start for the Lopes. It's exactly how they started game 1 against Charlotte last night with a strikeout, and that's a big strikeout for Yessie Morrison.
Yessie Morrison in her sophomore campaign, big early strikeout to get things going.
And Yessie Morrison does not have an easy task tonight. This Oklahoma lineup is fueled with big bats, and they return all 3 of their top hitters from last season.
First one on the way, inside for ball 1. Yeah, Yessie Morrison, Bobo, Lexi Coons, and now Ryan Denhart make out the starting pitching staff / bullpen for the GCU Lopes. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Jocelyn Allo, 1 for 3 against Syracuse earlier today. Two-0 count early. Pitch on the way. A little low for ball 3. The 3-0 on the way. That one line in the left, it'll be a base hit, and Oklahoma's got their first base runner. So Jocelyn Allo getting on base for the Oklahoma Sooners, and Cindy Romero will step up now.
Third baseman.
0 for 4 against Syracuse. Looking for her first base hit today. Yessie Morrison hoping for a double play, get out of the inning quick. First one on the way. Line to left field. Smith, backhand. Gonna have to make a quick play over to second, and not in time, so Oklahoma will have 2 runners on.
Not a bad play from Sierra Smith, though, trying to get an out. She did a good job of getting over to the ball, making sure it didn't get through, and the runners only get 1 base.
Left fielder, number 34, Fale Aviu.
So now Fale Aviu will step in. Fale 1 for 2. 2 walks in her first game against Syracuse. First one on the way. And it's foul. Fale, the senior out of Oceanside, California. Waiting for the 0-1 from Morrison. That one ground ball. Torville's going to make a quick turn over to second. Throw on to first. In time. Double play for the Lopes. And that is how the half inning will begin. Oklahoma leaves one stranded, and the Lopes get ready for the bottom of the first.
Ready, and they are built to get multiple hits and score multiple runs very quickly.
Sierra Smith leading things off. First pitch swinging, foul. "13 shutouts for Juarez as well. The 0-1. Right into the glove of Lyons, and that'll be out number 1 for Oklahoma. Savannah Torville will step up now for the Lopes. The freshman had a big home run in game 2. Or I'm sorry, in game 1, she hit essentially what was the game-winning home run to put the Lopes up against the University of Charlotte. Continue the opening day successes, as the Lopes have not lost an opening night game since 2015. And thanks last night in part to Savannah Torville, the freshman.
And on that pitch that she took all the way out to left field, she got all of that one. And watching it back, as soon as she hit it, I knew it was gone. She knew it was gone, and she gave the Lopes an opening day victory.
Torville 0-2 count quick with 1 out. Shea Smith waiting on deck. The 0-2 outside for ball 1.
Look for the Lopes to be really aggressive at the plate. So they're going to want to try and get as many runners on base as they possibly can.
The 1-2. And fouled off again. Torville keeping alive with a 1-2 count. The 1-2 into left field, going back. Did she do it again? She did. Savannah Torville going yard in her first AB tonight. Lopes up 1-0.
And oh my goodness, she got all of that pitch right down the middle, drove it to left center field. And wow, does she have a bat that she swings so hard and so quick, gets the bat around onto that ball and just drives it to open parts of the ballpark and over the fence.
Well, we talked to Coach Pearson before last game. We were curious who was going to take over the power spot with Nikki Gonzalez graduating, and I'll tell you what, it's another number 26, Savannah Torville, her second straight game with a home run. First one low for a ball for Shea Smith.
Shea Smith led this team in runs scored last season and was second in hits behind her sister Sierra.
Yeah.
So dangerous third bat for the Lopes.
A 1-1 count, and they'll go talk to Juarez. Lopes finding themselves up early again. They were up early in game 2 last night, and they find themselves up early against well, a very, very good Oklahoma team.
That's right. And Oklahoma just came off a 6-0 one-hit shutout of Syracuse just about an hour or so ago almost. So this is the second game of their doubleheader, and the Lopes already have as many hits as Syracuse did in 7 innings.
So 1-1 count to Smith after the circle visit. The 1-1. That one fouled off, 1-2. We haven't really come up with a term for the quote-unquote mound visit. Of course, in baseball you've got the mound, but in softball you pitch out of the circle. I tried circle conversation last season, and I don't know, it's still a little bit of a work in progress.
We will come up with one, Phil, at some point. I promise you that.
1-2 swung on and missed, and Juarez has got her first strikeout of tonight.
Your catcher, number 5,
Kaylee Dietrich will step up now for the Lopes. Dietrich in her sophomore campaign getting the start at catcher for GCU. The first one on the way. Check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. Swinging on that one for strike 2. Oh, 0-2 count to Dietrich. 2 outs. Lopes up 1-0. Dietrich in the left. Coming in to get it is of you, and that is how the inning will end, but not before Savannah Torville hits another home run in her second straight game. Lopes lead 1-0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU. A strikeout and an RBI. A part of that 6-0 win against Syracuse earlier this evening. First one on the way to green. In the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 on the way. Driven, Smith unable to pick it up. It'll be a base hit for the Sooners.
Good hit there by Grace Green, finding the gap in the defense, and Sierra Smith was just maybe about a step too late as that one just goes under her glove. She was right on it.
Reagan Rogers now up for the Sooners with a runner on, showing bunt early. Drops the bunt. Morrison coming over to get it. Throw on to first. And it'll be out number 1. Rogers doing her job to move the runner over to second.
And a good decision from Morrison just to take the out at first. Take what they're going to give you.
It's almost like you have to with a team like Oklahoma.
Exactly. You take every out you can get, and you got to be smart when you're on the offensive. When you're on the base pass, you got to be smart.
Center fielder, number 15, Aaliyah Flores.
Aaliyah Flores now, the sophomore out of Colton, California. Added 321, excuse me, in her sophomore campaign. 1 out, runner on second. The pitch on the way from Morrison. In there for strike 1.
She was named to the Big 12 All-Freshman team last season. So a great season from her.
The 0-1 on the way. Inside for ball 1.
And we talk about Oklahoma and their history with 4 national championships since 2010. The junior and sophomore classes last year experienced for their first time ending the season without a national championship. So you know Oklahoma is hungry this season to get back in that winners.
And like you said, coming off of back-to-back national championships the season before, of course you're hungry to win another one after finishing in 4th place. I mean, just making the College World Series is a feat of its own. And I know Coach Gasso is got to be happy that her team made it all the way, but I bet having that three-peat would have been something great, but they'll obviously have another opportunity. They are a great team. So foul ball on that one. Count will go to 1-2. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt to see if we saw the Sooners in the national championship game again. The 1-2. outside for ball 2. So Flores able to draw the 2-2 count. Lopes looking to keep the Sooners off the board for second straight inning. The 2-2. Popped up in the air. Kay and T-Tone. T-Tone will catch it, and out number 2 for the Lopes.
Good communication from the Lopes outfield. That ball was hit into right center, and the right fielder out there just coming in and saying, taking control of the situation, making sure that she grabs the ball and takes out number 2.
So with 2 outs, Lindsay Elam will step up.
Lindsay Elam.
Elam last time 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 1 strikeout. First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. Elam, the sophomore catcher for Coach Gasso's team. The 1-0. Inside for ball 2. Elam out of Chickasha, Oklahoma. Now that is a great name for a town. The 2-0 on the way. That one into left field. Going back is Dowdle to the wall and makes the catch. Sooners leave runners on again. We move to the bottom of the second. Lopes still lead 1-0. Kelly Holland will step up. Looking for her first hit of the night. Juarez in the windup and the pitch. In the dirt for ball 1. Check swing foul. Holland did not want to swing on that one, but they unable, just got her hand out a little bit too far.
Kaylee Holland appeared in 12 games for the Lopes in her freshman season last year. She started 2 at catcher.
Well, it's been her and driven into right field, going against the wall to be foul. Holland and Dietrich have been sharing time this particular tournament at catcher, and we talked to Coach Pearson last night, and she said she's got a lot of depth at catcher, and you can add Lily Bishop to that list, Kelsey Hawkins, the freshman, and you got Dietrich and Holland. So we'll probably see a lot of variations in the catcher position before Coach Pearson really nails it down. The 1-2. That one swung in the air. No one's going to make a play on it as it goes into the bullpen and foul.
Of course, Holland DHing tonight in this game, so you'll probably see a lot of that.
And Lily Bishop at first base, so. But Dietrich did a great job in game 1 at catcher, really giving Lexi Coons a lot of opportunity, and what I like about watching Kaylee Dietrich catch is she gets very fired up when there's a great strike, and it really brings a lot of energy to the game.
That's key when you're a catcher, is to
yes, it is.
Be able to get your pitcher fired up and keep the momentum rolling.
2-2 outside, count will go full.
I was a catcher in high school. I wasn't very good, but I was a catcher in high school.
I was a catcher all through Little League and then a little bit into travel ball, and then I played left bench in high school.
I played that position for freshman year.
The 3-2, fouled off.
A pearl of wisdom from my high school coaches: you have to learn to play the bench before you can play in the game. That is what I was told. My
favorite one is, well, Jordan didn't make his varsity team, and it's like, well, Michael Jordan also went on to win 6 NBA championships, so.
I don't think either of us are going to turn out to be the Michael Jordan of baseball.
3-2 on the way to Holland. In the dirt, and Kaylee Holland will lead things off with a walk.
Good at bat from Kaylee Holland. Patient, making sure she gets the pitch she likes, and when she doesn't like it, she fights it off or lets it go low and away for ball 4.
Maddie Dowdle will step up, the senior out of Tucson, Arizona, looking for her first hit. And with a runner on, the Lopes look to extend their lead here in the bottom of the second. First one on the way. Little high for ball 1. 1-0 on the way from Juarez. Check swing foul. Holland taking off on that one.
Looked like the steal sign was on.
Yeah. Hit and run possibly there.
Trying to get a runner in scoring position with only maybe would have been 1 out there.
The only time Holland attempted to steal was last season. She only did it once. She was not successful, unfortunately. Check swing again, foul, count will go to 1-2.
Of course, in softball, you got to wait till the pitch has left the pitcher's hand to leave the base, because the bases are so tight and compact in, making sure no one gets a unfair advantage. But that just makes throws down to second and third that much more exciting.
Exactly. The 1-2 on the way. Deep popped up in the air, coming over to get it as Lions, and out number 1 for the Sooners.
Just a little bit under that one.
So Dowdle flies out, and Taylor Kay will step up.
The center fielder, number 20, Taylor Kay.
Taylor Kay, the senior out of Glendale, Arizona. First pitch outside. Kay looking to bring around Holland. Only 1 out for the Lopes. Lily Bishop waiting on deck, the transfer out of NC State. The 1-0. In there for strike 1. The 1-1. Okay, shows bunt, doesn't get it down. Holland is safe. Count will move to 1-2. The 1-2. Little inside for ball 2. The 2-2 on the way to Kay. Kay smacks it foul. So Taylor Kay staying alive.
Lopes doing a good job of running up the pitch count on Juarez early in the first 2 innings here.
The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2, and Holland is safe in first. Out number 2 for the Sooners, and Lily Bishop will get her first opportunity tonight.
First baseman, number 27, Lily Bishop.
Bishop, the transfer from NC State. Playing first base tonight for the Lopes. First one on the way. A little low for ball 1.
She hit 5 home runs last season, which had she played here last year, she would have been in the top 5 on the team in home runs.
Yeah, Lopes more of a base hit kind of team. The 1-0. A little high for ball 1. You know, you've got the speed with Shea and Sierra Smith and Taylor Kay. A lot of speed on this team, and they know how to put the ball in play and bring around a lot of runs. Now, of course, Nikki Gonzalez was more of the big power bat for the Lopes last season, and they're looking to see who that's going to be. It seems like it's going to be Savannah Torvo, but Lily Bishop, another player with a good power bat, and another player who they can put at the bottom in the middle of the lineup to drive in runs. And she's got an opportunity now with Kaylee Holland on first.
She had 6 multi-RBI games last season.
The 2-0. Outside for ball 3.
So you know Lily Bishop can drive in the runs. She did that very well last season.
6 multi-RBI games last season for Lily Bishop. Lopes are looking for 1 right now, the 3-0. Inside for ball 4. Holland will go to second. Bishop will go to first on the walk. And now Taylor Tetone will step up. Lily Bishop, no stranger to getting hit by the ball. Last night she was hit twice, was able to come around the score the second time, and this time she gets hit again.
So hopefully she will come around to score again.
So leading the team right now by a hit by pitch. So
it's okay, we got ice.
We got ice.
We got ice.
The right fielder, number 7, Taylor Tito.
Taylor Tito stepping up with 2 outs. Takes the first one in there for a strike. Tito, the sophomore out of Glendora, California. The 0-1, showing bunt, unable to get it down. Runners will stay. Count going to 0-2, 2 outs. The 0-2 on the way. A little high for ball 1.
T-Tone got a hit last night in the first game of the doubleheader. She was 1 for 2 and then 0 for 2, so she's at 250 on the year.
Still a whole lot of season to be played. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 and out number 3 for the Sooners. Lopes leave 2 stranded. They still lead 1-0. We head to the top of the 3rd. You're watching Grace Lyons leading things off for the Sooners. Lopes leading 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. The freshman out of Peoria, Arizona, a local product, taking her talents all the way to Oklahoma. Lions 1 for 3 against Syracuse.
Leading off for Oklahoma, the shortstop.
And she'll get her first opportunity against Yesenia Morrison. Yessie with only 1 K so far, but defense has been very strong for the Lopes. First one on the way. Ground ball. Smith is there. Throw on to first. Out number 1 for the Lopes. So a quick out for Yessie Morrison. And
Second baseman,
Kaylee Clifton will step up. Clifton 0 for 1 so far. Last time struck out. First one on the way. A little low for ball 1. One out for the Lopes. Count 1-0. Pitch on the way. In the dirt for ball 2. Clifton, the senior, waits the 2-0. In there for strike 1. Clifton last season batting .293 for the Sooners. 49 hits and 7 home runs in her junior campaign last year. The 2-1 on the way. Inside for ball 3. So Clifton drawing the 3-1 count. Looking to be the first base runner for the Sooners this inning. Lopes hoping for another quick one and then try to get some more insurance runs. The 3-1 on the way from Morrison. Popped up in the air. Coming over to get it is Smith, and she'll make the catch for out number 2. So close play in the middle of short and second, but Smith is able to come over and pick it up for out number 2 for the Lopes.
Yeah, Shea Smith and Savannah Torville both coming on to that pop-up in the infield and almost collided. So you got to make sure they're communicating out there as the shortstop normally does command the infield. And a good job from Shea Smith to get over there, make the catch, get the Lopes 1 out away from getting out of this 3rd inning.
Jocelyn Allo will step up now for the Sooners. got a hit last time, but was left stranded at second base. And she awaits the first pitch from Morrison. Won't get the inside corner for ball one. Alo batted .420 in her freshman campaign, 73 hits, 30 home runs. Talk about some pop in the bat. The 1-0 on the way. Outside corner for ball two.
She was 1 for 3 in the game against Syracuse earlier this afternoon with a walk. So she's already got a hit today.
2-0 on the way. In there. Called ball three. Not a bad place to miss.
That is a great place to miss. Just missing the inside and outside corners in this at bat. So hopefully Morrison will get it more central here on this 3-0 pitch.
The 3-0 on the way. Popped up. Coming over is Kay. Will not make a play on it. Second base hit for Alo and the first base runner of this inning for the Sooners. So Alo finds herself with a 2-out base hit. And now it'll be Sydney Romero. Romero also got a base hit in the first inning. Was left stranded at first. And with 2 outs, we'll see what she can do. First one on the way. Choppered foul.
Torville playing deep in the second base hole. A slight shift might be on here on Romero.
And we talked about the pop of the bat of Alo. This is the 31st straight game that she's gotten safely on base. That one in there for strike two. Finding the outside corner with a little off speed is Yessie Morrison. So Jocelyn Alo, who is on first, continuing her hit streak, 31 straight games.
Getting all the way back to last season.
Reaching base safely 31 straight games. The 0-2. That'll split the Smith sisters, and it'll be another base hit for Romero.
And Romero finding a hole in the middle of that defense on the left side of the infield. Both Smith sisters couldn't quite get to it. And good place to put the ball for Romero.
Fale Ovu will step up now for the Sooners. Last time grounded out into a double play. Inning-ending double play.
Left fielder, Fale Ovu.
So Ovu looking for her first hit. Morrison looking to get out of this inning. And the first pitch on the way. Outside for ball one.
Good job by Dietrich trying to get that one back in the zone.
The 1-0 on the way to Ovu. Popped up in the air. Bishop going to make a play on it. Torville will call her off. Out number 3. Sooners strand 2. Lopes still up 1-0. We head to the bottom of the third. Lopes lead.
Get the best gear.
First one on the way from Juarez. Popped up foul. It'll hit off the tarp and go out of the stadium.
A couple of Havocs back there wanting the ball.
Looking to make a play on it.
Rolled off the top of the tarp and over the stands.
The 0-1 on the way to Smith. Inside for strike 2. It'll be Smith, Torville, and then Smith again. for Sierra and then Shea. The 0-2 to Smith. Just off the end of the bat. Going to be a close play at third. Throw on to first. In time. Great play by Sydney Romero over at third base. And a leadoff out for the Sooners.
Your second baseman,
Savannah Torville will step up. The lone run for the Lopes so far, a home run in the first inning for Torville. First one outside for ball one.
We'll see how closely they will pitch to her. See how close that ball gets inside her down the middle, because if you pitch it directly down the middle, she's going to take advantage.
The 1-0. Popped up in the air. This time it'll stay in the stadium. Coming over is Of-You, and out number 2 for the Sooners. So just getting under it is Savannah Torville. 2 quick outs for Oklahoma, and now we'll see Shea Smith.
Fortunately, you can't hit all of them over the fence.
Unfortunately is right.
Shea Smith.
Smith last time struck out in the first, looking for her first base hit of the night. First one on the way from Juarez. Smith showing bunt, coming over to throw on to first. In time again for Romero. Very, very close play at first. But a 1-2-3 inning for the Sooners. We head to the top of the fourth. Lopes still lead 1-0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
First baseman number 21, Grace Green.
Hit .458 as a junior with 23 runs scored and 23 runs batted in, 5 doubles and 4 triples in her junior year at Oakdale High School. First one on the way. Slow roller will go foul. So a very impressive resume for the freshman.
She pitched a little bit in high school too, with a .81 ERA with 55 strikeouts in just 52 innings.
Well, they're utilizing Green tonight at first base, so maybe if needed, Coach Gasso will go to Green, but I'm pretty sure it'll be more of a last-second option. But a very good ERA. The 0-1. Outside for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count to Green.
Good pitch from Morrison there. Found the outside corner and the top of the strike zone. Froze Green just a little bit in the batter's box.
The 0-2 on the way. Outside corner for ball one. Green turning down offers from UCLA, Oregon, Cal, and Washington. Ooh. Just shows you how good Grace Green is.
And all 4 of her other offers were Pac-12 schools.
Wow.
So Pac-12 and a Big 12.
Chose the Big 12. The 1-2 on the way. Outside for ball 2. I would have loved a scholarship from any of the community colleges out there, but my services were needed here at GCU.
I mean, I'll take any scholarship and
Where
from anywhere.
You can say I found my purpose.
You haven't graduated yet, Phil.
The 2-2 on the way to Green. Liner to Smith. Right in her glove, throw on to first in time for out number 1.
And a rocket hit to Shea Smith, and she is able to catch that one on a hop and not even bobble it, or great clean fielding, and made a great throw over to first.
Yeah, Shea Smith got the quick glove over there at shortstop. Reagan Rogers will now step in. Last time got a ground out straight to the pitcher on a bunt.
Shea Smith last season, 131 assisted outs. So you know she is good on the defensive side of the diamond.
And 81 putouts herself. The 0-1 on the way. Slow roller. Back to Smith again. Throw on to first. 2 quick outs for Shea Smith.
Shea Smith's not careful here. She might have all 3 putouts for the Lopes this inning.
Wouldn't mind that.
Center fielder, Aaliyah Flores.
Aaliyah Flores will step up now for the Sooners. 2 outs. Morrison looking for a quick inning. First one on the way. And there for strike one.
Great off-speed pitch. There, slowed down the batter in the box and just had that one blow right by her.
Flores with a fly out in her first at bat in the second inning. The 0-1. Popped up again. Kay coming over, making the catch. 1, 2, 3 for the Lopes. And that is how we will end the top half of the fourth. Lopes lead 1-0. I mean, obviously I'm going to order something outside of the tots and fries, but they're really good.
I don't know, I like fries. I have fries a lot.
Have you gotten the tots?
No.
Try the tots, they're really good.
I'm not a big tot person.
What's the difference? Different shape?
That's true, that's not, they're both potatoes.
First one a little low for ball one. The 1-0 on the way. In the dirt for ball two. Dietrich taking over the catcher position for Kenzie Hill. A part of that group of four for the Lopes. 2-0. Line shot, and it'll fall into the gap. Base hit for Kaylee Dietrich. A little bloop shot over Clifton. And Dietrich's got herself a base hit.
Kaylee Dietrich just got enough of that pitch to put it into no man's land out there in right field.
Rachel Hammonds will come into pinch run for Kaylee Dietrich. Hammonds doing a lot of that last night. Got an opportunity to bat as well.
Now batting for GCU, the designated hitter number 12, Haley Holland.
Kaylee Holland will step up. Last time got a walk in the second and was left on second base. Showing bunt, it'll go foul. Grace Green almost getting the play over there at first base. The 0-1 on the way to Holland. Holland swung on a miss. Hammonds will take off, slide into first. In there at second base for a steal. Rachel Hammonds putting herself into scoring position.
Great base running from the Lopes. Able to move the runner over. And if Kaylee Holland, she's down 0-2 in the count, but if she could find a way to connect with a pitch, get a base hit, or even a fly out to advance Hammonds to third, be a successful at-bat for Kaylee Holland.
There's a little bit of a low throw from Lindsay Elam, and Hammonds just able to slide under the tag and get herself so correction. Rachel Hammonds is, we're not sure if she left early or
one of the umpires must have seen something and they changed their call.
So what looked like a stolen base is now possibly an out for the Lopes. So a late steal by Rachel Hammonds. So Hammonds is out at first for leaving the bag early, as Kyle mentioned early on in the broadcast. In softball, you cannot take off the bag until the ball has come out of the hand of the pitcher. So Holland will take ball one outside. One out for the Sooners. 1-2 goes the count. So, excuse me, the count is 1-1. A little bit of confusion up here, but we're getting it situated. The 1-1 on the way. That one driven into center. Flores is there for out number 2.
Good
So
contact from Kaylee Holland there.
yeah, not a bad swing. So Maddie Dowdle will step up with 2 outs.
Maddie Dowdle.
First one on the way. Inside for ball 1.
Lopes only have 2 hits tonight so far in this game, but they're up on the scoreboard thanks to that home run in the first.
The only run so far this game with 2 outs. Dowdle's looking to change that. The 1-0. And the dirt for ball 2. Ground ball, Clifton. Quick throw over to first for out number 3. No runs come around for the Lopes. As we head to the top of the 5th, the score is still 1-0. You're watching Yessie Morrison still in the circle for the Lopes. 4 innings pitched so far, 5 hits and 1 strikeout on 16 batters faced for the sophomore. Pitching very well is Yessie Morrison. First one on the way to Elam. A little low for ball 1.
Yessie Morrison, very good pitching so far tonight. She's been very confident against this strong Oklahoma Sooner lineup.
The 1-0 on the way. Liner between the Smith sisters. It'll be a base hit, leadoff hit for the Sooners. Grace Lyons will step up now. Lyons 0 for 1. Lopes looking for 2 quick outs. And we will have a pinch runner for Oklahoma. That'll be number 11, Nicole Mendez, the junior out of Houston, Texas.
Pinch runner for the Sooners at first base, number 11, Nicole Mendez. Now batting, shortstop, Grace Lyons.
Mendez with 13 stolen bases last season on 18 attempts. Grace Lyons waiting the first pitch, showing bunt, gets it down. Morrison gonna have to make a quick play at first. Will not get the throw. Mendez will head to third, and the Sooners have first and third with no outs.
And just a hurried throw from Yessie Morrison. She had a little bit more time than she might have thought. But even though that ball went into the outfield, it could have gone much worse and a run could have scored for the Sooners had the right fielder Taylor Tetone not been there like she's supposed to be.
For GCU,
and Denhart's first batter will come at the top of the order with Kaylee Clifton.
Now batting for the Sooners, second baseman.
She started 28 games for Maryland last season, appeared in 43 games total, and she was their ace last year.
First one on the way to Clifton. In there for strike 1. So Denhart starting things off with a strike. The 0-1 on the way. Check swing, didn't go. Ball 1. So 1-1 goes the count. Denhart looking to get the Lopes out of this jam and would love a strikeout here or a quick out. Allo on deck waiting for the Sooners. The 1-1. Bunt shown. Bunt is down. Holland with a quick tag at first. It is a foul ball, so Holland with a quick play at catcher at home. Oh, it's Dietrich. Kaylee Holland is the designated hitter. She was the catcher in the second game for University of Charlotte, but regardless, it's a foul ball, so I get another shot. 1-2 count. Clifton will continue to bat after Dietrich making a quick play at home. The 1-2 on the way to Clifton. Little flare, it's going to drop into left field. Mendez will score, and the Sooners tie things up at 1.
And a good at bat from Kaylee Clifton, able to find a little gap over the head of the Smith sisters and drive in that run to tie this game up at 1.
Jocelyn Allo will step up, 2 for 2. Both singles, both times stranded on second, so a big bat here for the Sooners. Runners on second and first, no outs for Ryan Denhart. First one on the way. Inside for ball 1.
Ryan Denhart will have to pitch herself out of a jam here. She came on within a jam. So hopefully she'll be able to get out of this one very quickly and without any more runs scored.
The 1-0. Away for ball 2. Now flash you back to last season against Houston Baptist. It was the same situation, no outs, runners on second and first. And I was with Alex Larson on the call, and the Lopes were able to turn a triple play. Crazier things have happened because I've seen it happen. So I'm not ruling it out. The 2-0. Popped up in the air. Kay going back to the track. She'll make the catch for out number 1. Lions will move to third, and the Lopes have 1 down. So not a triple play, but the Lopes have their first out of the inning.
They will have a chance for a double play.
They will have a chance for a double play, which they would love. If they can keep this game tied at 1 going into the bottom of the 5th, it's a big win for the Lopes.
And this is where our third Sanderson Ford key to the game comes into play, Phil. We talked about it in the pregame. The third key is finish strong. They started very strong in the first inning on the second batter. And now let's see how they will finish in these last 2 innings.
First one on the way. Showing bunt. Bunt not down. Dietrich blocks it, but the runner will move to second. So now Clifton at second, Lions at third. Takes away the double play. So great block by Dietrich. And the count goes 1-0.
It's exactly what you have to do as a catcher when the ball is in the dirt. You got to make sure you can keep it in front, especially with a runner on third base.
The 1-0 on the way. Outside corner for strike 1.
And another great play from Dietrich. She's able to keep that ball in the strike zone on the outside corner.
Great frame. The 1-1 on the way. In the dirt, another good block. Dietrich's going to find it, may have a play at second. She's going to smartly hang on to it. So the runners will stay. Dietrich with a heads-up play.
Kept that one in front of her again. Almost dropped between her legs into the backstop. But she gets down so quickly that she's able to keep it in front of her and keep all the runners where they are.
2-1 on the way. Popped up in the air. Smith going back. It's going to fall again. Going to be a play at home. No, there won't. Another run will score. Sooners lead 2-1. So another runner will come around Sooners now lead 2-1 with 1 out.
Left fielder,
And Alo finds her 3rd hit of the night.
Aview's going to come up to bat with runners on the corners now. She is 0 for 2 today. So double play still on for the Lopes.
So Romero finds her 3rd hit of the night. First one on the way to Avieu. Check swing, throw on to second. Pump fake by Dietrich. So a stolen base for Sydney Romero.
And as the runner on 3rd did a great job, that's Kaylee Clifton. As you got to know that you're taking second base and the catcher's not going to throw down. So you got to be aware as they were trying to get her in a rundown.
The 0-1 on the way. Another good block by Dietrich. Count will stay 1-1. Avieu 0 for 2 so far. Grounded into a double play in the 1st inning and then popped up in the 3rd. So 1-1 on the way. Outside corner won't get the call. Count will go 2-1. So 1-1 with 1 out. Lopes still looking to get out of this inning. 1-1 on the way. That one line into right. It'll be another bloop single. 1 run will score. Relay on to home. Cut off by Bishop. And 2 runs will score. Sooners lead 4-1.
And another blooping single into the outfield for the Sooners. That's their 3rd bloop single of the inning. And that is why they have scored 4 runs. And as the right fielder T-Tone out there, you gotta come up throwing all the way to home. So without the cutoff, there might have been a play. It would have been really close at the plate.
So the Sooners extend their lead 4-1. Grace Green takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Outside corner for strike 1. So 1 down still for the Lopes. Avieu with a bases clearing single. And a long top of the 5th continues for the Lopes. The 1-1. Outside corner for ball 2.
Oklahoma in the 7th inning of their first game tonight against Syracuse. They scored 4 runs in the 7th, so this is the 2nd time today that they scored 4 runs in an inning.
The 2-1. Off speed low for ball 3. Count will go to 3-1 on Green.
Denhart's just got to get her confidence back so they can get out of this inning and she can come back out in the next inning strong.
(3-1) on the way. Low for ball 4, and Green will go to first. Reagan Rogers will step up. Rogers 0 for 1. Bobo will come in relief, and we'll get a new pitcher. So Brianna Aguilar
is the maturity where she can come in relief and get the Lopes out of this inning. And of course, they're going to want her to have a shutout for the rest of this inning, the rest of this game moving forward.
First one on the way. And the dirt for ball 1 to Rogers. So Lopes still with a double play opportunity. 1 out. Sooners get the lead 4-1. The 1-0 on the way. Outside for ball 2. Was talking to Coach Pearson last night about who she was going to go with against Oklahoma, and she said, well, if we have to use everybody, we'll use everybody. And so far, the only pitcher who hasn't thrown is Lexi Coons. The 2-0. Outside for ball 3.
And Bobo was credited with the win last night in game 1. She pitched an inning and 2/3, giving up only 3 hits.
The 3-0. Inside for strike 1. The 3-1. Slow roller. Bobo gonna have to make a quick play over to first for out number 2. So the first runner faced for Aguilar turns into a ground out right back to her, and 2 down now for the Lopes.
Exactly what she needed to get her confidence going early in her pitching appearance tonight. Able to retire the first batter, make a good play, way to field her position, and a good strong throw on to first for the second out of this inning.
So 2 down, and now it'll be Lindsay Flores, not hit by that one, throw back down. So Flores dodging the ball for ball 1. Almost got her on the feet.
Yeah, it looked like she jumped over that one.
So Flores showing the hops there. The 1-0. In there for strike 1. The 1-1 on the way. Outside for ball 2. So 2-1 to Flores. Inside for ball 3. The 3-1. Pops up in the air. Kay going back to the track. Off her glove. 2 runs will score. Flores will go to second. 6-1 lead for the Sooners. So another bases clearing hit for the Sooners. 2 come around to score. Loeb still with 2 outs. Down by 5. Came into this inning up by 1.
Taylor Kay just couldn't hang on to that one at the warning track, which would have got the Lopes out of this inning just down by 3. Now they are down 6-1.
Outside corner for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Ooh, that one gets away. Trying to get the quick out at second. The ball goes into center field. Thankfully, Taylor Kay right there to pick it up.
And no one was there to cover the bag for the Lopes on that throw down to second. So the Lopes got to be careful when Dietrich gets ready to throw to the base. Got to make sure someone's there covering.
Nicole Mendez waiting for the 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Mendez coming in as a pinch runner early on. Getting her first at-bat. came around to score for the Sooners. Two-one on the way. And that one's smacked foul. Mendez last season batted .309, 15 RBIs, and 51 hits. The junior out of Houston, Texas. The 2-2. Popped up in the air. Smith coming over. Torville's going to call her off. Lopes finally get out of the top of the fifth. But not before the Sooners claim the lead, 6-1 as we move to the bottom of the fifth. Coming in to pitch, Lopes looking to claim some runs back. Came into the fifth inning with a 1-0 lead, but not before giving up 6 runs, I should say, to Oklahoma. Taylor Kay coming in to hit. Kay struck out in the second inning in her only at-bat. The 0-1 on the way to Kay. That one slapped foul. 0-2 goes the count. Shannon Sale, the transfer from Florida International, earned all Conference USA first-team accolades. Finished 17-11 with a 1.93 ERA over 181 innings pitched. 267 strikeouts. And that one goes foul. Another team in the Conference USA Conference. Well, Lopes played them yesterday. Charlotte, the University of Charlotte. They're in the Conference USA. There we go. I knew I'd get there. The 0-2 on the way. Kay swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 for Sale. Out number 1 for the Sooners. Lily Bishop will step up now for the Lopes.
The first baseman, Lily Bishop.
Still looking for her first hit as a Lope.
Walked in her first at-bat tonight.
First one high. For strike 1. The 0-1. High for ball 2. 1-1 goes the count. Two balls and no strikes. Thought the first one was called a strike. Thankfully it wasn't. 2-0. That one is in there for a strike. 2-1 goes the count. The 2-1. Bishop gonna roll, and it'll go foul. So the count moved to 2-2. Like we said, Bishop last time walked in her only at-bat tonight in the second inning, was stranded on first base. 2-2 count. To the sophomore. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Out number 2 for the Sooners. And now we will see Taylor T-Tone step up.
The right fielder, Taylor T-Tone.
First one on the way. Swung on and missed for T-Tone. Count goes to 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. The 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. 1-2-3 inning for Sale. Lopes to look to keep the Sooners bats quiet. Sooners lead 6-1. You're watching what you can do against Bobo. First one on the way. Outside for strike one. The 0-1 on the way to Lions. Popped up in the air. Dowdle going back to the track, making the catch for out number one. So good swing on it as Lions. Had she had a little wind behind it, it probably would have gone out, but thankfully for the Lopes, it is out number one.
That looked off the bat, it looked like it might go. Luckily, there is no wind tonight.
Going back to the top of the order now with Kaylee Clifton. Clifton 1 for 3, came around to score in the fifth. And awaits the first one from Bobo. Got her in there for strike one. The 0-1 on the way. Popped up in the air. Kay going back on it. No chance on that one. It is gone. Kaylee Clifton hits one into right center to improve the lead to 7-1. Clifton last time had no hits against Syracuse, and tonight she's got two, including that solo shot to begin the top of the sixth. Jocelyn Allo will step up now, 2 for 3, 2 singles, and flew out in the fifth.
Allo 2 for 3 today, and last season she batted .420 overall and was 4th among freshmen in the nation.
Gotten on base safely in 31 games now. One 0 on the way. In there for strike one. One on the way. Little low for ball two. Allo, the sophomore out of Hawaii. Again, batted .420 last season. 30 home runs, 72 RBIs on 73 hits. Drew 49 walks. 2-1. Driven up the middle will be another base hit for Allo. So with one down, it'll be Sydney Romero.
She has 3 singles on the night in her 3 at-bats, and now we will get Lexi Coons, the only pitcher on this Lope staff yet to pitch tonight.
Coach Pearson said that she would use all of her pitchers if needed. Now Lexi Coons will get the call. And a pinch runner also for Oklahoma.
She has 59 strikeouts from last year. So she is a very good pitcher for this Lope staff, one of the top in strikeouts from last year.
First one on the way. Popped up in the air. T-Tone will come to get under it and make the catch for out number two.
And you know, I'm not sure how you play softball and major in pre-med.
That is quite a,
time.
That is quite a task.
That course load has got to be a lot, especially now that softball has started.
Oh yeah. Made the state championship game when she was at when she was in high school. And we popped up, go back to the wall. Oh, Dowdle makes the catch! Maddie Dowdle ending the one-run top of the sixth for Oklahoma with a great catch out in left field.
Art at the plate, wait for a pitch they like, drive it into a gap, get on base, and once they're on base, be smart while you're on base, and really get a couple of runs here. You don't have to score 6 right away. Maybe get 2 or 3 in this inning and then worry about the rest in the 7th.
Ground ball off the glove. It'll be a leadoff base hit for Sierra Smith.
Find a pitch you like and hit it somewhere, and even if it ricochets off a glove, you'll take it.
Second baseman, Savannah Torville.
Savannah Torville will step up. Her lone run and lone home run in the first inning, putting the Lopes up 1-0. That one off the glove. Smith will take off to second. Pass ball steal for Sierra Smith.
And that is very good for the Lopes as that takes off the double play on a ground ball. Maybe we'll get a little Torville magic again.
We could use it. So the 1-0 on the way to Torville. And one smacked foul. The 1-1 on the way. In there for strike 2. The 1-2 on the way. Torville swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Sale and one down for the Sooners.
Sale's 4th strikeout on just 5 batters faced so far.
Shea Smith looking for her first base hit. 0 for 2 so far. Her sister Sierra able to find one. Let's see if she can find one as well. First pitch swinging for strike 1. Struck out and grounded out in the 1st and 3rd.
Lopes have to find a way to get this run in.
The 0-1. High for ball 1. So the count going to 1-1. Shea hoping to bring around her sister Sierra at second. Start a rally going here in the top of the 6th, or bottom of the 6th. The 1-1. Check swing, didn't go. Ball 2. Two, 2-1. Count goes to 3-1 for Shea Smith.
She just missed up high a little bit. She was looking for that strike call.
3-1 on the way. Smith. Blooper in the left. Of you is over to pick it up for out number 2.
Good contact in right spot that you want. There's great fielding from Alu out there in left.
The catcher, number 5, Haley Dietrich.
Kaylee Dietrich will step in. And with 2 outs, we'll see what Dietrich can do. Takes the first one outside. The 1-0 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 1-1 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
Dietrich had a single in her last at-bat in the 4th inning.
The 1-2. That one smacked foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Dietrich. Smith still at second base. The 1-2. Outside corner on the off speed for strike 3. Out number 3 for the Sooners. They keep their lead 7-1. Lopes will look to try to rally in the 7th. We move to the top of the 7th. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV. And we will get the top of the 7th going here. Outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1. Outside corner for ball 1. So the count moved to 1-1 on Green. The 0-1. In the dirt for ball 2. Coons 8-3 last season. 3.68 ERA. 59 strikeouts in her freshman campaign. Now here in her sophomore season. The 2-1. Inside for ball 3. On the way. That one smacked foul. Count will go full. Three, 2. Swung on and missed. Drop third. Dietrich will make the throw to first. Out number 1 for Lexi Coons.
And a good pitch on the 0-2 to get the strikeout, and then a good pickup from Dietrich to be able to complete the strikeout on the dropped third strike.
Number 27, Kylie Lundberg.
So Kylie Lundberg will come in to hit for the Sooners. The senior out of Lakewood, California. She'll come in and pinch hit for Oklahoma. Batted .333 last season. 10 hits, 12 RBIs. And in 2018 was the academic All Big 12 second team selection last season for Kylie Lundberg. First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. 2-0 on the way. Now it's smack foul.
Lundberg with 22 hits on her career. Bats a total of 282 on her career.
The 2-1. Outside for ball 3. So 3-1 goes the count. 1 out for the Lopes. Coons looking to get out of this inning. The 3-1. Smith coming over to get it, diving, unable to make the catch. And Lundberg will get a base hit. Great effort by Shea Smith over at shortstop. Just a little bit behind it.
Love the effort from your shortstop, getting into the outfield, diving, almost making a spectacular catch.
Reagan Rogers will go pinch run for Lundberg over at first. Rogers starting the game at DH for Oklahoma. Now coming in to pinch run. And now Aaliyah Flores. 1 for 3 so far on the night. First one on the way. Popped up. Dietrich's going to call her off, make the catch for out number 2.
Almost had a double play. Almost was able to get the runner down at first, which would have helped the Lopes out quite a bit here. But now they got a force out at second and a play at first on a ground ball.
Well, no real damage done so far. Lundberg really the only base hitter, really the only base hit so far in this inning as Elam steps up. 2 down, Lopes. Coons still looking to continue her shutout. First one on the way. Throw over to first, not in time.
Coons has really settled in to this game.
Coons doing a good job so far in her relief appearance. 1 inning pitch so far, only 1 hit and 1 strikeout, but she's been getting the Sooners to get out, you know, working batters really well and doing a great job.
You don't have to get a lot of strikeouts, just make them put the ball in play and let your defense do the work.
And Dietrich unable to make the catch on that one, so Rogers will move to second. 1-1 will go the count. Lopes looking for that final out, trying to quiet the bats of the Sooners and hope for a late game rally. They almost had one in game 2 last night. Kaylee Holland hit a home run to cut the deficit to 1. They were unfortunately unable to complete the rally, but tonight is a different night. First one on the way to Coons, inside on Elam. So the count will go to 2-1.
Lopes will have the middle of the order coming up in the bottom of the 7th.
The 2-1. That one smack foul. Two will go to the count, 2 outs. Sooners up 6 here in the 7th. And the 2-2. Popped up. Bishop going to make a play on it. No, to go foul. Two on the way. Inside corner and a stay at hitter. So Rogers will stay at second and Elam will move to first.
Shortstop, Grace Lyons.
On the way to Lyons. In there for strike one. 1-1 goes the count. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. Lopes hoping to get out of this inning with no runs coming across and get a late rally going in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a tough competition against Shannon Sale. Slow roller, it'll go foul. Lions 0 for 3 so far. Got on with an error in the 5th inning and came around to score in that 6-run top of the 5th for the Sooners.
The opponent's batting average against Lexi Coons last year was just .255.
The 1-2. In there for strike 3. Got her looking for out number 3. Lopes will look to rally late. We move to the bottom of the 7th. The score, 7-1.
Hit. So she'll look to keep that going. The Lopes will look to spoil it. And on a completely unrelated note, back to GCBC, they made a big announcement last night at the basketball game. They're now offering bigger stampedes.
How about that?
So if you really need a big energy drink,
big boost,
you can get a bigger stampede to keep up with the herd.
Lopes are looking for a boost here. First one on the way. Swung on and missed for Kaylee Holland. Lopes looking to energize this bottom of the 7th. Holland last night hitting a 2-run home run to cut the deficit to 1 against the University of Charlotte. The 0-1 on the way. Inside for ball 1.
Lopes batters have to be patient in this inning. You can't rush it. Just got to wait for a pitch you like. If you don't like it, either take it for a ball or foul it off. Stay alive and get on base.
Swung on and missed for strike 2. The 1-2 on the way. High for ball 2. The 2-2. Ground ball. Off the hands of Romero. Going to be a quick play. Out number 1 for the Sooners. So Holland grounds out to start the 7th. Maddie Dowdle will now step up.
The left fielder, Maddie Dowdle.
Dowdle 0 for 2 so far. Looking for her first base hit, and the Lopes could definitely use it here. Chopper, Romero, great play, throw on to first. In time, what a great play. No call, it's called foul. Well, I'm not going to take anything away from that play at third base by Sydney Romero. I was looking down at the first base umpire and guess I was looking the wrong way.
Yeah, as soon as that ball entered her glove, the home plate umpire signaled that that ball was foul.
Well, great play by Romero over at third, so Dowdle will get another opportunity, the 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So 0-2, 1 out for the Lopes. The 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
Great pitch from Shannon Sale to get her to chase upstairs on that pitch. And now the Sooners are just 1 out away from a 2-0 start to their season.
Taylor Kay.
Taylor Kay will step in now. And with 2 outs, she'll look to get the rally going. That one slapped foul. Bishop waiting on deck. Lopes will play San Diego State and then Syracuse tomorrow, and that'll be the end of their weekend tournament. The 0-1. That one slapped foul again. 0-2 goes the count. And if things go the way of the University of Oklahoma, the Lopes will look to rebound in game 1 tomorrow against San Diego State. The 0-2 lined into left field, and Kay will extend the game.
And it doesn't look like Taylor Kay is ready for this game to be over just yet, giving the Lopes a little bit of life in a runner for Lily Bishop.
Well, what a time for Lily Bishop to get her first hit as a Lope. It'd be now.
And at this point, you'll take anything, a walk, an error, a home run, a hit.
Now, Bishop does have a walk so far in the 2nd inning. And then a strikeout in the 5th, first one on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. Popped up. Romero coming over to get it. She'll make the catch. Sooners will get the victory 7-1, and the Lopes will look to bounce back against San Diego State tomorrow. So Oklahoma starting their season off 2-0, getting the victory against Syracuse, and then following it up with a 7-1 victory against the Lopes. Don't want to take anything away. Lexi Coons doing a great job coming in relief. 1.5 innings pitched, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts for the sophomore. Doing a good job so far, and well, the Lopes will look to bounce back tomorrow.
Lopes didn't play a really bad game tonight. They played well. They led for 5 innings, and then the Sooners really just got the bats rolling, dropping 6 runs in that 5th inning.
Now Savannah Torville also getting the only run for the Lopes, a home run in left field, her 2nd collegiate home run, coming off of one of the better pitchers that she'll see, Giselle Juarez. And well, you can't be disappointed in the performance for the Lopes. They played great. Last season they didn't make it all the way to 7. This season they make it all the way to 7, so take your wins. Coach Pearson knew it was going to be tough, but the Lopes, you know, you see out at the teams, it's more than just a game for these 2 teams. It really is. Oklahoma has become a friend of this team and is a friendly competition tonight. And we are always happy to have Coach Gasso and the Sooners here, and we thank them for making their way out. And we want to thank you for tuning in. You can catch the final games of the GCU Kickoff Tournament tomorrow at 4:30 and 6:30. And please stick around to hear from tonight's coaches and players as we celebrate Faith and Family Night. We will be right back right after this. We hope you stay with us.